Shalom. Giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of great millstone that rule well, and Shalom to all of the Archeum teaching this word around the globe with faith, with truth, and sincerity. I'm the Brother Caleb for the GMS England London Forecasters Camp, back with another lesson to help edify the Lord's elect. I always like to begin by saying that we are the real Hebrew Israelites, and the real Israelites are your so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Indians, and West Africans predominantly, but you will find Israelites that do look like the other nations, because we have been scattered among all nations. There are various captivities, but if a seed line by your forefathers goes back to the man in the Bible named Israel, then you too are an Israelite, no matter what you may look like. Because Numbers 1 and verse 18 tells you that your nationality is determined by the lineage of your forefathers. Now, please forgive me if my voice sounds a bit mashed up. I've got a sore throat and I'm fighting a bit of a cold at the moment, so forgive me if I sound a bit off, but I wanted to put this lesson out. I was just reading the news. It says from the Independent 1 hour ago, Lord Jacob Rothschild, financier, dies at age 87. It says the British pair started his career in his family bank in 1963. Now, the Rothschilds, like the top elite banking family, and a lot of people who are in, how do you say, basically a lot of people look up, who are in the know, look up to these people and worship them as if they are gods on the earth, because they're the top, the what do you call it, as I said, the top banking family, the chief house of Esau. So they're like the real kings and princes of the Edomites. So it's very interesting that the Most High has killed Lord Jacob Rothschild at age 87, and this kind of is a sign that the Most High is bringing these elite banking families down, because just recently we got news that another one of the top banking families would be the royal family, and we've had just recently King Charles being diagnosed with cancer. Last year we had Queen Elizabeth dropping dead. I believe the year before that we had Prince Philip dropping dead. So a lot of these elites who want to see their new world order fulfilled, the Most High is disappointing them, because they're getting up in age now, and they want to see their enterprise completed before they have to come around again in the reincarnation, because these elites, they understand reincarnation. They've been here many times before. They know they've got to come back again. But what they don't want is for the elect of the nation of Israel to be delivered, and for us to receive our kingdom, and for them to lose theirs, because 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." So Esau knows that his power, his time in rulership is coming towards an end, but they're trying to solidify their rulership by implementing the MOTB, which is the mark of the beast, because they think that if they can somehow get the whole world microchipped, they'll be able to rule forever. But they won't, because that's not what biblical prophecy states will happen. Biblical prophecy states that Esau's going to be taken out of power and Jacob's going to be put in power once again. So let's read this article. Financier, a philanthropist and head of the renowned Rothschild Empire, Lord Jacob Rothschild has died at age 87. His family confirmed his death in a statement on Monday and described the grandfather, who had held a number of senior financial and philanthropic roles, as a towering presence. Yeah, because these Rothschild, man, they be communicating with Satan, man. They be getting their orders and instructions straight from the top evil spirit on the left hand side. So these people, they're not you could say they've got spiritual protection on the left hand side. I'll put it that way. His family, read that one. The Rothschilds have an estimated fortune of around 825 million, according to last year's Sunday Times Rich List. and give away reported 66 million. Oh, there you go, the number six again. Had to be 66, didn't it? To Jewish causes, education, and art. Now that number's bullshit, man, because these elites aren't going to declare just how much money they've got. They want you thinking that people like what Elon Musk are the richest men on the planet. That's what they want you thinking, because these guys, they operate from the shadows, and that's their power. They understand that their power comes from their secrecy. Reading on, there's the devil himself there. The British pair started his career in the family bank N.M. Rothschild as son in 1963 before breaking away from his family to co-found the then J. Rothschild Assurance Group, now St. James's Place, in 1980. Lord Rothschild was married for more than 50 years to Serena, who died in 2019, and leaves behind 4 children, Hannah, Beth, Emily, and Nat, and many grandchildren. The Rothschild Foundation confirmed Lord Rothschild's daughter Hannah would succeed him as chair of the charity. Yeah, she'll succeed him as chair of the charity, but she ain't going to be running shit, because these Rothschild understand that the difference between men and women, and they're not going to leave their leadership in the hands of a woman. It's going to be passed on to their sons. In a statement announcing his death, the family said, "Our father Jacob was a towering presence in many people's lives, a superbly accomplished financier, a champion of the arts and culture, a devoted public servant, and a passionate supporter of charitable causes in Israel with Jewish culture, and a keen environmentalist and a much-loved friend, father, and grandfather. He will be buried in accordance with Jewish custom, and a small family ceremony, and there will be a memorial at a later date to celebrate his life." Born in Berkshire, Lord Rothschild was educated at Eton College and then went on to study history at Christ Church College, Oxford University. He was chairman of the Rit Capital Partners, one of the largest investment trusts quoted on the London Stock Exchange until 2019. He also held roles including deputy chairman at the then British Sky Broadcasting Television Director of RHJ International, now known as BHF Kindworth Benson Group, and was a member of the council for the Duchy of Cornwall for the then Prince of Wales. He was also founded Windmill Hill Asset Management to manage the family's philanthropic portfolio. Just look at that setup, man. That looks all kind of sinister, man. That setup looks all kind of sinister, man. With the plates on the wall, and they're all arranged in particular positions, man. It looks a very sinister setup there, man. In the cultural sector, he was chairman of trustees of the National Gallery. Yeah, I mentioned that before one time. If you go to the National Gallery in London, and they've got the architecture in these types of buildings is very intimidating, and they've got these very high walls and very high ceilings. I think it's in the main entrance when you walk in. If you look up, and you'll see a list of names at the top before the ceiling starts, of all the names of the families that have trustees and donatees to the National Gallery, and I'm sure you'll see the name Rothschild up there. Yeah, he was chairman of trustees at the National Gallery and chairman of the National Lottery Heritage Fund, a renowned patron to the arts. He also sat for numerous portraits, including by Lucian Freud and David Hockney. Yeah, those are two high-up artists over here in the British art world. Lucian Freud and David Hockney. And was chairman of the trustees for the Rothschild Foundation charity. One of his biggest philanthropic commitments was to Waddesdon Manor and the Waddesdon estate over Buckinghamshire, having taken over the management on behalf of the National Trust from his cousin Dorothy de Rothschild in 1988. In a post on X, formerly known as Twitter, the Rothschild Foundation and Waddesdon Manor said that they were deeply saddened to announce the death of Lord Rothschild, businessman, entrepreneur, philanthropist, and cultural leader. He will be greatly missed by his family, his colleagues, and his many friends, they added. The Rothschild Foundation and Waddesdon Manor are deeply saddened to announce the death of Lord Rothschild, businessman, entrepreneur, philanthropist, and cultural leader. He will be greatly missed by his family and his colleagues and his many friends. The Rothschild Foundation said Lord Rothschild was an extraordinary person who made a profound difference to the many areas of British life. The foundation said he was committed to helping communities and environments, education, and above all the arts. Jacob Rothschild was an extraordinary person. His loss will be felt by many. The family is committed to continuing his legacy and the foundations which he loved and endowed. Some of the comments from people here. Good riddance to greedy bad rubbish. Satan awaits. Good riddance. Old skinty Rothschild. He started his career in 1963. Correction, he started his career 87 years ago. Exactly. From the minute he was born. Yeah. Truly heartbroken. If this was in a newspaper, I'd like to think this would be on the page reserved for highlighted stories. There's a real sense of anti-Semitism on this page. Great to see how against all odds you can still make it in this country through sheer hard work. Because on the bright side, there isn't a cure for aging elites that are keeping... On the brighter side, there isn't a cure for aging the elites are keeping from us. Yeah, so a lot of people are waking up to the fact that these elite baggy families are running shit and that they're in league with Satan. So, what precept do I want to get here? Oh, got one. Hang on. Isaiah 49. This is Isaiah 49, starting at verse 22. Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I will lift up mine hand to the Gentiles, and shall set my standard to the people, and they shall bring thy sons in their arms, and thy daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders. And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers, and they shall bow down to thee with their faces towards the earth, and lick the dust of thy feet. And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. So that's what the lot that these elites are coming back into. They're going to be with their faces to the ground, knowing that we are the true children of Yahweh Shai, the children of the Most High. And they're going to be in their lot, which is to be servants. They're going into slavery. This is Revelation 13, verse 10. Revelation 13, verse 10 says this: He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, and he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So that's what they're going into. And also get another one, Revelation 2 and 9, because they were talking about how Jacob Rothschild was a philanthropy, into philanthropy and a so-called small hat. Revelation 2 and verse 9 says, I know thy works of tribulation and poverty. So Jacob Rothschild wasn't serving no poverty. But thou art rich. How are we rich? We're rich in spiritual knowledge, and we're rich in the future kingdom to come. Yeah. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. There you go. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that you may be tried, and you shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Revelation 3 verse 9 says this. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews, and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So yeah, man, when Jacob Rothschild comes back, he's coming back straight into slavery. Obadiah 1 and 18. Let's get that one. Close out on that. It says, for the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh hath spoken it. And they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead. And the captivity of this host of the children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites, even unto Zarephath. How do I pronounce that? Zarephath. And the captivity of Jerusalem, which is in Seraphat, shall possess the cities of the south. And Saviour shall come down upon Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be Yahweh's. So yeah, the Rothschild family, they're not going to be in rulership for much longer. So with that, giving all praises, honor, and glory once again unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakal Kadash, double honors unto the elders and apostles, of great millstone and real well. Shalom to the 144,000 elect men of the nation of Israel destined to be saved. And I'll catch you on the next lesson. Lord willing, shalom for now.